Alright guys, I'm here with Giovanni Moljo. He's about to break some huge news. He's been talking about something big, and the teasing has been going on for like a good, what, 20 seconds, John?
About 20 seconds.
About 20 seconds of build-up. And before he let out the cat out of the bag, I want him to restart this and lay this onto us, alright? We have Master Dave here, and here's Mr. Gio. Gio, break it down.
Alright, I just basically, I didn't make anything up. I just kind of came across a set of angles and techniques in striking that kind of like I feel are very innovative, and I feel should, you know, be brought to FFA and shown to FFA. You know, again, I didn't make this up. You know, I've been doing this for like, you know, 3 years and 2 months now, you know, and I'm not saying that I created something ridiculous. It's something that's there, and if you see and watch, you'll see that it's there. You know, and I just kind of came across it on Sunday, and I've been drilling it myself and shadow boxing with it and using the techniques myself, you know, to shadow box and drill them to see if they work. And yesterday I used them for the first time with Pablo and the kids class. And I say the kids class, you know, it sounds funny, but I kind of just snooped down to, you know, their skill level, their speed and strength, and like the techniques were working, you know, and especially on Pablo. And Pablo, you know, a world champion in mixed martial arts right now. You know, he was seeing the techniques, he was seeing how they were being applied and how they were working, and he's actually someone who's trying to practice them now as well. You know, and this is something that I just figured out on Sunday. And
well, lay it on to us, baby. What is it?
All right. Like,
do it to Mr. John.
Right. In boxing, you know, when you take a step forward, step a little back. In boxing, when you take a step forward, right, it's 1, 2, right? It's, how many steps is there when you come forward?
2 steps.
2 steps, right? 1, 2. Usually in those 2 steps, when do you throw a 2-punch combination?
When I'm finished.
1, 2, right? And the 1 and 2 are on the 2 steps, right?
Right.
All right. Now, so that means that there's a rhythm, there's a boxing rhythm there. I kind of put it like on a musical thing. There's a play, there's bam, 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 right? That's the rhythm, right? Now, usually if someone bumps in, especially for counter-striking, because this technique is also, again, mainly for like counter-striking, like when someone's moving backwards, instead of taking a switch step, because a total switch step would be, you know, keep you out of distance completely, and just stepping back like this is just, you know, again, keeping you out of distance, but like you're moving on his steps, you're moving on his step. I can't punch in between steps, so have no power. There's 1 and 2. 1, 2, right? So, and it goes with the step with the boxing step. So now in between, like there's 2 steps, and it sounds funny at first, but you gotta pay attention to what it means. All right. Now you're gonna do 1 step, and off that 1 step, you're just gonna pause. Pause on 1 step. Go. 1. That's your first step. Now your punch is out. If you threw a punch, your punch is out. All right. This is the jab. Now that was your first punch. All right. So now you can't throw a punch in between the first and second that's gonna have power. Correct?
All right. You have to take a step.
Yeah, you have to take that second step. Now, instead of when you step forward and throw that jab, practicing, I'm not saying that this is wrong, this is just something extra. Instead of when they throw that jab, you practice slipping. Or when they throw the jab, you practice parrying and jabbing. Or practice, you know, something like that. Because when something like that happens, you're leaving yourself in the pocket. You're in the pocket. And you're boxing in the pocket. That's why we throw all the combinations that we're throwing. And then we get out of the pocket, right? If, you know, that was something that I was practicing, by the way. Especially in the last fight, that was all I was practicing. That's why I didn't deviate from the game plan. So when he came forward with the punches, I would, you know, either stay, throw a couple punches and leave, or I'll be on the run catching punches, and then I would be out. But now, you take the step forward, you take the first step. My first step is going to be a middle step. Now, this quarter step, I call it like a quarter step. Like when you take this quarter step, all you're doing is my opponent's facing in front of you. My body, especially in an orthodox stand, is facing to the right. So when I take this quarter step, my toes and everything, my body is still facing to the right. Like if I'm in an orthodox stance, the only difference is that instead of being squared up, I'm being literally square. You get what I'm saying? But still in my orthodox stance, this is still my jab. I'm just here. You get what I'm saying? Now, doing this, look what it does. It changes the direction in which my face is going, changes the distance in which, you know, my body is traveling. Now, the only difference is that this step is taken off your first step. And right here, I have power. I have power. I can still throw effective punches from right here.
So you can throw
off your first step, before your
step.
second punch. It's catching the rhythm in between the boxing rhythm. So you throw the first step, boom, I'm here. and then you throw your second step, I step back. You get what I'm saying? So now I'm right here. This is the step I'm teaching. There's more to this, but by the way, I've been writing a book on this since Sunday, and I have the book, and the book has more techniques in this. This is just one technique for this, and I feel that, I don't know, I just feel this is something really important. Like, person comes forward with the jab, right here, I'm able to still punch, and I'm out of distance of the jab, and I'm able to still punch. And then he comes forward again, I'm still in my stance, I just step back again, and I'm right here, still in range. I'm just in that range, that same range that you measure up, and when your opponent and you're measuring up, he jumps forward, I'm still keeping that range, but I'm still able to fight in that range when I take this quarter step. Now, obviously you're off balance here. You're like for a second, you know, but if you do it with the steps, it's just like practicing a pivot. You know, if you practice a pivot right in front of somebody and someone throws a jab and you practice a pivot, it doesn't make sense because like the guy's not where he's supposed to be. But when you're boxing and you pivot and the guy's running at you and you pivot the right way, he's always ends up right there. It's just the movement, you get what I'm saying? And the movement is this quarter step. And when you do it correctly, you know, there's different techniques. Like one technique that in particular that I was practicing again on a switch stance, like southpaw to orthodox, is if they're southpaw to orthodox, I landed this on Pablo like 80 times yesterday. He would come with his jab, and off his jab, I take my quarter step. Now look what happens. My body goes outside of your jab completely. You get what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Just off the quarter step. That's the drill. You jump forward, boom. Now, I'm anticipating his left hand. He doesn't throw his left hand, he comes back, and he doesn't throw his left hand, I just come back into my stance, you know, or get out, whatever I want to do. He throws his left hand, jab, but throw it 2 step, 1, boom. Now off this hand is when I step forward, switch my stance to southpaw, come in with this hand or an elbow, boom. But it's setting up the angle. It's the angle that you're being set up with. You see the angle? The angle is to the outside of your jab. You come, jab, now you come here, boom, and the angle's set up for the left hand. If they want to throw a looping, if they want to throw it straight down the middle, you're lined up outside of their left hand, of this hand. So if they try to throw the straight jab, throw the straight jab, boom, and the second step, boom, inside. And then it changes too. Like you can do it this way too, but this way is better for orthodox. And then just switching the stance, it's just a new way of of moving and a new way of angling yourself to set up punches.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Gio. It was a pretty detailed explanation. I was hoping for something funnier. You know, but it was definitely good. It was definitely good. Anything else you want to add, Mr. Gio? I was thinking of I thought to get into like a dragon stance or a monkey stance or something, but that was pretty freaking good. Anything you want to add, guys?
That's good. That's it. We'll see the rest of it in the future video.
You any fights coming up, Mr. Gio?
When am I fighting?
There you go. Hey, how was your Brazil? You just came back from Brazil, correct?
Yeah.
How was it over there?
Great. I have a book on that too.
Nice.
A bunch of techniques.
How long did you stay in Brazil for?
For a month.
For a month?
Yeah.
Very nice. Did you train with a lot of people over there?
Yeah, I train with world champions every day. A
Nice.
bunch of black belts.
So you say you learned some stuff over there?
A bunch of stuff, yeah.
Excellent, man. So what are you looking forward to next? You looking forward to fighting?
Yeah, of course.
When you ready to fight?
Now,
Right now? Perfect. What weight you fight at?
135.
Cool, cool. What's your record?
2-2.
Okay, sir. Anything you want to say to everybody out there before you go?
I hope everybody, you know, takes these techniques well, and I'm looking forward to teaching more and, like, you know, making the school bigger.
All right. Take it easy. Peace.